Afternoon, ladies and gents. I am going to keep this short and sweet because it looks like it may well rain again today. Last night we had a shit ton of rain, big storm, ripped through the valley, chucked all kinds of crap on top of us, rain, hailstones the size of golf balls, all kinds of nasty natural weather events that make your life a misery. Lots of tarps blown off, but thankfully no damage done. And this old girl, she was all right. She sort of emerged unscathed. No tarps blown off her. Thank you very much. Okay, so you notice anything different? Of course you do. It's got a door on it for the first time in, I don't know how long, 30, 40, 50 years, who knows. But it is, it's a genuine roadster door. As you can tell, if you look, you can see that sort of, that three pattern, what is it, like a 3-bar pattern that runs along the side here, the top bit, and then it sort of joins up there on the back panel. So but that's a very distinctive sort of, what do you call it? I don't know, like a manufacturing process. Finishings, I don't know, just makes it look a little fancy, I guess. But anyway, this is a period roadster door. Not for Marmon, but it doesn't really matter because they're exactly the same. It was made for Ford. Now this is a wartime door. You can tell because if you look closely, you can see a big circle, big dark circle in the middle, top middle, and that's the divisional patch or the remains of it. Regimental divisional patch, and that would have told you, whether it was an artillery regiment, an engineering regiment, infantry, whatever. But unfortunately, it was already too far gone when I got the panel, so I couldn't tell. And at any rate, it's going to be painted over before too long. So that's a roadster door. Really pleased about that. However, if you look down here, you can see that a good 6 to 8 inches of the bottom of the door has gone, and yours truly has cut from one side to the next and removed all the rusted stuff. And I've just put some red oxide on it just temporarily to stop it from rusting anymore, because this climate is not very good for anything man-made or metallic, especially if you leave it bare. It starts rusting within a day. So I've removed all of that crap, and then if you just look in here into the bottom right hand corner, you can see where the door finishes. So that's like the corner there. Sorry, the camera, the focusing thing on this autofocus is a bit pants, but anyway, roadster door. She's not properly bolted in yet. So at the top there, at the top pin, somebody's actually just cut it out, but the actual pin is still in the hinge itself, and the bottom hinge is hanging off by a thread. There's only one screw in it, so the only thing that's holding in there is gravity. Thank God for gravity. So that's the roadster door. It's a replacement door, which is really cool. As you can see, front fender, that's the driver's side fender. I've taken that off so that I can get access to the flathead, because, well, I've got a bad feeling that she's not going to turn. How do I know? Well, I haven't been able to turn her just yet, because here's the crank bolt, which I think is a 1 1/8. You'd need a 1 1/8 socket to try and turn that. Now I've got that, but if you look at the teeth on the crank nut, they've actually splayed. So they've sort of done this, they've gone like that. So you can't get a conventional socket on it. So I'm not altogether sure what I'm going to do there, but I might have to just sort of sand these little bits off here so that I can put the socket on. But even if I could do that, I don't think I'd be able to turn her, because I think I might have told you in one of the earlier posts that there's still that weird ass concoction that I put down the bores. You can still see it. It hasn't soaked through, hasn't penetrated, and that would suggest to me that the pistons are seized in situ. So not the end of the world. It just means I'm going to have to take the heads off, which is a bastard of a job at the best of times. So that's that. Roadster door, engine, not much progress. Fender's off. And I just thought I'll wander around here and then I can show you the inside of the driver's side door. You can see a little bit of the red oxide, excuse me. Been a long day. Red oxide at the bottom there just to stop it from rusting. But it's otherwise, I reckon, it's pretty good. It's all there. The rust is superficial. It's not too bad. And yeah, just if I can find a bottom bit for this door, then I can quite easily just weld that on, or I can refab it, I can rebuild it. But that's a bit beyond my expertise. I haven't got those sorts of metalworking skills just yet. So there's the driver's side door, the internal sides. Oh, by the way, I've got the door mechanism. It's hidden by this bit here, the paneling, and I've got the remains of a door handle, but the door handle snapped, which is really sad. So if anybody out there can find me a replacement door handle like that, please let me know. I need one big time. So that's that. And then this, as you can see, I don't know whether it was, if the bumper was on the Marmon last video. I don't think it was, but there you go. That is a real period 1940-ish Ford O1T front bumper. It's a beautiful bumper, actually. It's in good nick. There's a little bit of a bend somewhere here, I think, but otherwise it's in beautiful condition, and it's just got traces of the old crappy paint. There's traces of white on the tips here and then over there as well. But once that thing's sandblasted, primed and painted, it'll look as good as new. So there she be. That's my Ford. That's my update, guys. I don't know whether you think it's terribly exciting, but we are kind of making progress when Mother Nature lets us, which isn't that often. So there you go. Driver's side door in situ. Newish bumper. New old stock 85-year-old bumper. Fenders off, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling the heads off the block and see if we can get this old girl roaring into life. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Hope you enjoyed the update. Please keep watching. You know, all the usual subscribe, press like, share with your friends, blah, 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 all of that nonsense. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys and gals. Bye.